God wants all of us to submit to him. God wants all of us to walk in the fruit of the Spirit, which is love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, gentleness, and self-control. We also should be walking in humility and sexual purity. No porn or lusting after others. We should love and respect each other as a spouse. So, if a husband does not submit to God and chooses to live in his flesh, look at pornography, masturbate, put the wife down, say negative words, lie, treat her harshly, then a wife must not submit to him. Sapphira submitted to her husband Ananias in Acts chapter 5, as she agreed with him to lie about how much money that they got from selling their property to Peter, and then they were both killed by God. So if an abusive spouse continues to emotionally abuse their spouse, then their spouse must stop tolerating that abuse. We have to choose who we will serve, the demons in our spouse or God. We must serve God. So I know personally of a woman who submitted to her emotionally abusive husband for 25 years. Then she developed a tumor in her brain and died at age 49. His kids all left him when they graduated high school because he was mean to them. Then he remarried a healthy woman, and after a year of his verbal abuse, she became sick. So those who emotionally abuse in their marriage have left their marriage emotionally and spiritually, whether they have left physically or not. And of course it says, but if the unbeliever departs, let him depart. A brother or sister is not under bondage in such cases, but God has called us to peace. That's 1 Corinthians chapter 7, verse 15. So God is angry with the man who deals treacherously with his wife, which then results in divorce and violence, as it says in Malachi chapter 2. God is also not pleased with a woman who creates strife and provoke and emotionally abuse her husband and walk in the fruit of her flesh. So, if an abusive spouse refuses to get delivered from their demons, then the abused spouse must protect themselves and get away in order to live and obey the Lord. So it's important to understand that God does not want us to be in an emotionally abusive marriage, because that will cause us to obey the demons in them and then stop us from doing what the Lord's calling is in our lives. All right, so I have a book called Freedom from Soul Wounds and Demons, and it's helping thousands of people around the world to get healed of their hurts and their wounds and to change from walking in their flesh to walking in the fruit of the Spirit. And then they can treat their spouse the way that they should. That book's called Freedom from Soul Wounds and Demons. It's available on Amazon in paperback, Kindle, and Audible. Also,